Man, how do you increase the user experience? How do you use AI to develop 3D models and characters? Well, let me tell you something. AI is a game changer for sure, for sure. It's like, I want to get this guy, my guy Jay, who I designed him, and I was inspired by my son, Roman DeMarco, with the baby face cheeks. I took an old picture of him and I helped design him. And I want to get him into this game, Aquaball League, because Aquaball League is going to include a mini game platformer mode. And you've probably seen some other platformer games like Sonic the Hedgehog and other games like that. But imagine that how much it would cost to take all these type of designs, how much it would cost for a 3D modeler, an animator, a rigger to get all this done so I can have them ready to be inside the game. Well, AI helps us save a lot of that money and really increase my production pipeline. I want to put them in this platform game, so I'm going to do this session with Renee. Let's go.
With Jay. I mean, here's a picture of a little boy, little 10-year-old boy that I drew. Of course, I use my son's face as the inspiration.
Oh.
Yeah. I exported Jay out with a transparent background. So, and then I just uploaded it. I'm using one of the tools I've learned to just, I don't know it all the way, but it's called Messy. So it's Meshy.ai. How do you get it into Unreal Engine? How do you start rigging? I know you already know what Blender is. I also download that on my machine. So texture means I need a skin color material on that. So as you can see, this is a beautiful model that Messi was able to create within a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why, another tip that I want to give you out of this meeting is start at a particular time. Like if you have Jew or Bree, one of the other characters, it's best to set your character up looking like this. That's why it's important to get like a character sheet, like right now. But keep in mind, again, it's like me, if you look at my screen, I have 190 credits.
Oh.
I can get credits. This is out of the box. So, but if I want faster processing for the AI engines to do anything, like I need to restructure or do some things, I could do that. Like for instance, it's going to cost me your texture, 10 more coins. Should I remesh? It says right now I got thick.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see my art and what the AI does with it.
All right, let's see how it's looking.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I think that's not bad. I was worried about the eyes.
Oh, yes.
Great. Oh, that's so cute and cool. This is my first time doing Jay. In this 3D model.
Oh no, his legs.
I know, it looked like he had a rash or something breaking out.
Oh no.
Let's say, for instance, that you're like most other people that can't really draw and paint or, sketch or anything like that, but you can use Leonardo.ai to create 2D characters or 3D type model characters. And you see in this demo video that I am using a prompt in Leonardo.ai, and I'm going to create me a Aquaball League character that I'm basing off a sea lion that has lots of muscles and is very Pixar-like or stylized as far as its texture design and how it looks.
This image makes this
Right, dude, that is so cool. And wait.
It's a guy.
Now, there's a lot of mistakes. There's still some mistakes. I don't know whether it's an eyeball or is that an ear. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a proper prototype. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care it like to that level right now. But this is perfect.
Yeah.
He's wearing Nike Air Jordans.
After developing our AI prompt and the sea lion with the super muscles and the sunglasses, we decided to hop back over to Meshy to see about using the automatic animation and rigging tool that's available in Meshy.ai. Most 3D animation and modeling tools have a rigging tool that allows you to do auto rigging, but you got to place markers at the joint positions, so that's where your limbs would move. With a little more knowledge and inspiration, she went back to work on her character sheet. Renee developed that, and then she jumped over to AI to develop a 3D model, and then she used Adobe Mixamo when she had to do her own research. So she learned how to bring her art to life with AI. The future looks bright in terms of AI and using AI to be more productive and using it as a tool. So you need to put this tool in your tool chest. But it still will never replace the human factor. It will still not replace a human with great creative problem solving or critical thinking, an innovator, someone who has a really big imagination. So thanks to Ren and thanks to her talent, we'll see you next time. Remember, be creative.